All right, let's start out. Welcome. Child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. Walk your hands forward and away from you. On an exhale, soften your forehead down to the mat. Bring your awareness to the breath, to the present moment. This inhale, this longer exhale. Arrive. Do your best to stay present for this time you've set aside for connecting to yourself. Relax the muscles of your face. Feel every part of the body touching the mat. Feel the temperature of your space. Press up to a tabletop position, 3 cat-cow. Inhale, arch the back. And exhale, round. Feel out this first set. And let them build. Inhale, open up, press the feet down. Long exhale, pull in the stomach, tuck the chin. Inhale, cow back. Exhale, cat. Neutral spine. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Pedal this out. So yesterday we warmed up all the different parts of the body first. This should feel different. Just move through, bending one knee at a time as you press the opposite heel down. If your balance is okay, pick up one wrist or hand at a time to roll it out. Soft bend in the knees. Let's walk to the top of the mat and hang in a forward fold. You can separate your feet and just sort of ragdoll. Bend one knee at a time, bend both knees. Try to get to a place where the head and neck can just hang heavy. On an inhale, let's round up. Bring your feet together. Stand evenly between both feet. Lengthen the tailbone down. Palms touch. Bring yourself to the present moment. Connect to the breath. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Let's keep them shoulder width, palms face each other. Recreate good posture with the body. And notice the arms start to feel a little bit heavier. Look up, reach up. Long exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees and round up to standing. Palms touch. Inhale, arms overhead again. Shoulder width. So we're just standing here, arms overhead, palms face each other. Try to relax the shoulders down, gently rotating the pinkies toward each other. Look up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Step the right foot back to a lunge. Tall on the toes of the back foot. Feel a stretch. Left knee over the ankle. Lower the right knee. Leave the toes tucked. Shoulders draw back. Long exhale. Try to straighten both legs. Might not happen just yet. Press through the back heel. Lunge. Keep the back knee lifted. Lunge twist. Right hand down. Left arm opens. Left hand down. Left foot back. Plank pose. A little bit of strength, a little bit at a time. Press the mat away. Let's move back and forth, stretching through the calves a little bit. And it's also some core strength. Lower all the way down to the mat, resting your forehead on the left hand. Bring the right foot in for a quad stretch. Hips press forward and down. Release, extend the right arm out, shoulder height, palm down, and roll onto the right hip. Back to your stomach. Rest your forehead on the right hand. Bring the left foot in for a quad stretch. Release. Extend your left arm out. Airplane wing, palm down, roll onto the left hip. Try to keep the hand flat. Back to your stomach. For 3 low cobras. Tops of the feet are down. Flex the toes against the mat to squeeze the thighs. Elbows in close. Slowly lift up halfway. Keep the legs squeezing. And lower. Lift up, re-engage the legs. And down. Once more. And release. Tabletop. Downward facing dog. Pedal this out or find some stillness. Let the triceps open up as you press into the front part of your hands. Right foot steps between the hands. For a lunge, feel the stretch in the back foot. Right knee over the right ankle. Strong back leg. Lower the left knee, opening up the hip flexor. Keep the toes tucked. Exhale, try to press the legs straight. Press through the back heel. Lunge. Lunge twist. Left hand down, right arm opens up. Right hand down. We're back to the top of the mat. Long exhale, forward fold. Press to stand. Arms overhead. Interlace the fingers. Press a button on the ceiling for 3 breaths, really reaching straight up. And release, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees and sit all the way down. Bring the soles of the feet to touch. The knees are apart. Holding on to the outside edges of the feet, let's fold forward over butterfly legs for a couple of breaths. Sit up. Reverse tabletop, soles of the feet are on the mat, hands behind you, fingertips pointing toward the heels, press to lift. Sit up. Reverse tabletop, soles of the feet are on the mat, hands. Sit down, extend the legs out in front of you, sit up tall, and fold forward over both legs. Don't worry about the knees being totally straight. If you want to feel this more in the back, you can interlace your hands underneath the knees and round the spine, tucking the chin a little bit extra. Ooh, that feels good. Don't worry about the knees being totally straight. If you want to feel this more in the back, you can interlace your hands underneath the knees, around the spine, tucking the chin. And sit up. Cross your feet at the ankles, tabletop. One round of cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Neutral spine. Puppy pose. Walk your hands to the top of the mat. Keep the hips over the knees. And bring the forehead down. Neutral spine. Puppy pose. Walk your hands to the top of the mat. Keep the hips over the knees. And bring the forehead down. Shift your weight forward and down onto your stomach for Cobra. Just one. Tops of the feet are down. Squeeze the legs so strong. Lift up halfway. Lower down. Tuck the toes. Press up to a tabletop. Right leg extends. Lift your leg, the right one, like I just said. Extend the leg away from you. Balance evenly between both hands. Gently press down through the top of the back foot. Bend the right knee. And let's draw some circles. Right, in and back. Using the glutes, the hips to explore our range of motion. Bring the right foot between your hands. And we're sitting all the way back into a half split. So sit on your heel, inside of the heel. Right leg is out in front of you, sole of the foot faces away. Lift up and fold forward. For extra in the spine, you can round the neck a little bit or tuck the chin slightly. Sit up. Shift your weight forward to a kneeling lunge. Kneeling lunge twist. Left hand stays down, right hand on top of the knee. And try not to go on the pinky edge of the back foot. Press the right hand and bring the left shoulder forward, the right one back. Release into a lizard lunge. Let's stay lifted on our hands because we're not here that long. So both hands are inside of the right leg. Soften forward, gently tuck the tailbone forward and lower the chin. And you will feel that in the hip flexors. Let that pose go. Bring the foot right back in between the hands. And we're back to a tabletop. Scan right to left for a moment just to see what's different. One cat-cow to reset. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Neutral. Left leg lifts. Just hip height, keep the hips square to the mat. And engage the lifted leg. Gently press down through the top of your bottom foot. Make sure the weight is even between both hands. Bend the lifted leg 90 degrees and draw circles. A little give in the elbows will help you to keep the torso mostly aligned. Bring the left foot between the hands and sit back, half split, all the way back. Take your time, sitting up tall, and then over the leg. I guess it's over the legs, but you're feeling it more in the left. Sit up. Shift your weight forward for a kneeling lunge twist. Right hand down, bring the left hand on top of the left knee and press into the left hand and twist your middle upper back. Into a lizard lunge. Both hands are inside the left foot. Stay propped up on your hands and tuck the chin, scoop the tailbone forward. Make your way back to a tabletop for one cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Neutral spine, tuck the toes. Downward dog. Lift onto the toes, tuck the chin, ripple through, upward facing dog. Lift the chin at the end. And back to down dog. Arch the back, keep the chin out. Tuck the chin at the end. And then relax the head and the neck. Lower your knees to the mat. Turn to face the long edge of your mat. Left foot in. Excuse me, right foot out. Sit up tall. And then reach up and over with your left hand for a side body stretch. And this is in the hamstrings. Sit up. Baby wild thing. Lean on the left hand, left knee, right foot. Open up the front body. Sit back down, arms side to side. Rotate toward the right leg using the core. Right hand down beside you. The left arm reaches up and over for the pinky edge of the ankle, maybe actually the foot. Press into the right hand, pull with the left to twist. Sit up. Baby wild thing 2. Like Dr. Seuss. Okay, lift up. Open up. Sit back down. Square off to the right leg. Sole of the left foot's on the inside of the right thigh. Sit up tall and fold over the right leg. Sole of the foot faces away from you. For extra, you're going to bring the toes back towards you. And someday the heel comes off of the mat. Sit up. Open up toward the long edge of the mat again for one more baby wild thing. Open, press your hips forward, arch. And sit down. Switch the legs. Right foot in, left foot out. Sit up tall. Side body reach, right arm up and over. Try not to dip forward. Sit up. Lean on the right hand, right knee, left foot. Baby wild thing. Let these build. Stay present in each pose, but now that you sort of know that that's coming, you can really tune in and feel what's different. Arms side to side. Rotate toward the left leg. Left hand down. Stay on fingertips. Reach over with the right hand. Press down with the left and pull with the right. Bring the left shoulder blade back. And unwind. Baby wild thing. Lean on the right hand. Open up. Sit back down. Turn to face the left leg. So you're square to it. Arms up and fold forward. Sit up. Let's open out to the long edge for one more baby wild thing. Open up. And sit back down. Bring the left foot in and just sit up tall for a second. Roll the shoulders back and down. And reconnect to the present moment. Good job. Tabletop. Downward facing dog. Tuck the toes and lift your hips up and back. Try to press the heels down. Shoulders away from the ears. Let the triceps open up. Standing on the left foot. Lift the right leg up. Keep the hips square. Foot flexed. Squeeze the leg a little bit higher. Two feet. And switch. Left leg lifts. A little bit more. And 2 feet. Tabletop. Place your forearms on the mat. Tuck the toes, find dolphin pose. Measure the distance between your elbows first. That's how far apart the arms are going to be. Lift the knees, press up, press back. Walk the feet in just a little bit and press down again under the hands, under the elbows. Press down again and again and again. Inhale, lift onto the toes. Feel the weight shift forward gently. Press down under the wrists again. And lower the toe heels back down. Lower the knees to the mat. Tabletop. 1 cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Neutral spine. Tuck the toes and sit back on your heels. Pull the pinky edges out. We're going to eagle arms. Right arm under, left arm over. Up and down. Just a feel good shoulder stretch. You can let the upper back move as well. And release, switch sides. Left arm under, right arm over. And up and down. Feels so good between the shoulder blades. And release. Tabletop, let the feet go. Roll out the feet and the ankles. Tuck the toes. We're back to downward facing dog. Walk to the middle of your mat and stand up. Turn to face the long edge and separate your feet. Hands to hips. Keep the outsides of your feet parallel to the outsides, the short edges of the mat, and fold forward. Turn to face the long edge and separate your feet. Hands to hips. Keep the outsides of your feet parallel to the outside, short edges of the mat, and fold forward. Lengthen out the back. Not quite a full-on halfway lift, but we're going to bend into the left knee. Keep both feet flat, stretching the right inner thighs and the outside edge of the right foot. And lift up. Bend into the right knee. Excuse me. Try to feel a little bit of a stretch on the outside of the left foot and ankle as well. Come back to center, halfway lift. You might need to walk your hands a little bit away from you so the spine is nice and long. For a twist, right hand down, left arm up. Press down through the outside edges of both feet as you twist open. Make sure you can see the whole arm. Left hand down, right arm up. Right hand down. Turn the left toes out slightly. We're going to bend into the left knee. Let the right foot be on the heel. I don't like how I said that. So you're on the heel of the right foot, and we're bending into the left knee for a different type of side lunge. Your hands might be in front of you. They might be behind you, but ideally, even if this is too hard, or really, I don't like the word hard. If it's too much, just find where you can hold for a few breaths. You'll get there. Carefully move through center. And we're going to dial out the right toes just a little bit, like to 2 o'clock, maybe like, yeah, 2 with the short hand. And then go onto the heels of the left foot, the heel of the left foot. Okay, obviously don't describe this one that much. A little bit of a step into the right foot will help to keep the hips from going too out of whack. And back to center. Hands to hips, lift up. Heels in, toes out. Bend both knees, one hand on top of each knee, opening up the thighs. Lower the right shoulder forward as you press the right leg away. Switch. Lower the right shoulder forward as you press the right leg away. Come back to center. Let's stand up. Bring the feet so that they're facing forward. Interlace your hands behind the back. Roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold forward. Let the hands float over the torso and away from you. No muscling. Release your hands to the mat. Hands to hips to stand up. Right arm overhead, like you're going to wave at me. And then tap or touch right in between your shoulders. I'll turn to face away from you. If this is a lot, you'll use a towel or a strap in the top hand. And the left hand is going to reach down and around. And you're trying to meet your hands behind the back. Open up the right tricep. You can also just do your tricep stretch, like in gym class. Draw in the core a little bit because you might be swaying, arching the lower back slightly. And oops, release, switch. Left arm up. Just kidding. All right. Pat yourself between the shoulder blades and then reach around with the right arm. We're trying to open up the chest, but not really arch the back. Breathe. Pat yourself between the shoulder blades and then reach around with the right arm. We're trying to open up the chest, but not really arch the back. And release. Interlace your hands behind the back. Once more, roll the shoulders back and down. And forward fold. And release. Interlace your hands behind the back. Once more, roll the shoulders back and down. Hands to the mat, hands to hips to stand up. Top of the mat. Feet together, bend the knees, sit back. Utkatasana, awkward. Gotta use some strength to bring our hips all back in. Bring the palms to touch, stand up slowly, contain the energy. You might need to separate your feet about an inch. Lift onto your toes. Try not to arch the back. We're going to slowly lower the heels, but keep the top of the head reaching toward the sky. That way we are all taller now. Bend the knees and just stretch the Achilles. Straighten both legs. Inhale, arms reach wide and overhead. 3 breaths, arms up. Lift out, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. And from this look-up position, hands down, plank pose. Separate your feet just a little bit. Lift the right leg. Feel like you're floating with like the heaviest back leg in the world. And 2 feet, lift the left leg. 2 feet. Lower all the way down. Cobra. Just one. And lower. Press to an upward facing dog. And just hang here, lingering for a moment. Weight is in the front part of your hands. You can leave the knees down. Notice how a deep breath stretches all through the front of the body. Dip onto the left hip, looking over the right shoulder for the back right corner of your mat. Switch. Come back to center. Maybe the knees lift, tops of the feet press down. Downward facing dog. Stand on the left leg, lift the right leg back up, let the hip open up the triceps, squeeze the right glute, strong lifted leg. Pigeon right side, right knee behind the right wrist. Lower down, doing your best to square your hips to the top of the mat. Someday the right shin, the front shin is parallel to the top edge, and let's fold forward. Smooth out tension as it reveals itself. And just assume it will. With the attitude of just being ready to notice where you might be tensing and then just breathing, relaxing that part of your body. A few more breaths just as you are, or sit up and find your quad stretch, bringing the foot to you. Carefully make your way back to down dog, three-legged dog with the right leg back and up. Really reach, really push. Downward dog. Stand on the right leg, lift the left. Back, up. Let the hip open. Keep the left shoulder down. Squeeze the left leg so high. Pigeon left side. Take your time. Trust that you know to be monitoring your thoughts, keeping yourself present. This inhale, that space in between, this longer exhale, and that space in between the breath. Smooth out extra tension. A few more breaths right there. Or sit up and find your quad stretch. Sitting up for me also helps to stretch the hip flexor a little extra, I think. Carefully make your way back to downward dog. Then three-legged dog, lift the left leg back, up. Ouch. Downward dog. Lift onto your toes, tuck the chin, ripple through. Upward dog. Exhale back to a child's pose. Prop up onto your elbows. Walk them away from you. One hand to each shoulder. Take a moment to see what you can see. Same thing you could see a little while ago, but we have shifted our perspectives. We are in a different place, but still the present moment. Press up to a tabletop and bring the knees together. The feet are apart. We're going to sit down between the feet. If this is too much, you're going to start as far away as this. And then over time, you will sit down and eventually lie back. Quad stretch. You can have the arms overhead. You're not really trying to arch. You're not really trying to press the back flat. Sit up. Tabletop and extend your legs back just one at a time. Stretching them out, getting the blood flowing again. And then lie down on your back. Oh, I think I got it first try. Yeah. Ew. Okay. Hug the right knee in. Twist. Guide the leg across to the left. Ooh, that felt good. Right arm reaches out and away from you, palm down. Use the breath to really stretch the torso, creating more room to breathe, making it easier to breathe, easier to not slouch with a stretched out upper body. Opening up the chest and shoulders also will increase confidence on a subconscious level. Just like hunching forward can encourage or enhance, let's say, kind of feeling down. Come back to your back. Reach the right leg up toward the ceiling. Flex and point. Full body stretch. Draw the left knee in, hug the knee close. Twist. Guide the leg across to the right. Extend the left arm out. Back to center. Reach the left leg up. Flex. Point. Extend. Full body reach. And hug both knees in. Shavasana. Extend your legs. About mat width distance, let the feet fall open. Palms by your sides. Oh my gosh. Stay here as long as you'd like. I also will close our class together. All you have to do is let go of the breath, let the eyes close. Feel heavy, feel the mat supporting you. Just exist. That's an amazing accomplishment in itself, just existing. I know everybody does it, but it's a big deal. I'll be in touch. Keep the eyes closed as you take a deep breath in. Really fill up all the way to the top. Hold. Long exhale. Near the end of the breath, blink the eyes open. Try to physically feel the light and gently make your way back to a seated position, sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders are back and down, spine is straight. Bring your palms to touch. Gently close the eyes and just know that you have everything you need right now in this moment. Let's close with a breath. Inhale, arms wide and overhead. Lift up, reach up. Long exhale, lower your hands down. Thank you for joining me again for another class. It's always my pleasure. I'm very grateful for your presence. Until next time, namaste. Namaste. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me.